Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 out more.
Yeah, let's go sandwich. Showing it. Showing it.
X3. 218. Chopper.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to air it outright. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go. Let's run it. Let's it. Here we go. Mike 56. Mike.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First down, Los Angeles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go, D.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Kill, kill, kill.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
An 18-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
It's a party now.
80 weapons.
Switch, switch, switch. Sponge, sponge.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Broncos nothing.
Down. 10-2 stop.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Keep gripping. Keep gripping.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Let's go now.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Even. 4 down.
Hey, wahoo.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Hit it.
On third and long, it's locked. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. There he goes, right side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but well, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
Go. Watch the eye.
They'll run with Coleman on first down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
15 line. 6-6, pull it high.
Check 99.
Get it.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They give it off here to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
Set, hut. Take the Pittsburgh. Right there, 56. You got double up, double up, double up, double up. 66, pull it, high.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Move. 31's squeeze, double. 31's the mic. Stop your whining. 31's the mic. Here it comes. 31's.
Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater. He's got it to Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Watch time, go. Tight end right. 4 down. 31's the mic. 31's the mic. Here we go.
Third and long for Bridgewater. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Motion, motion, motion. Mike 56.
Throwing. Bridgewater. Going to throw deep for the... And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Coleman now. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here's Bridgewater. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Echo! 31's the mic. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 31's the mic. Rip left, rip left. 31's the mic. Cut up.
Bridgewater. And caught by Henry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Who's got 84? Check 84. 31's the mic.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
56. Army. Check 9, check 9.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Mo Alley Cox, his first touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 4 down. Alert.
Hey, exit.
31's the mic. Watch
General West.
Watch a slant.
Secret.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen.
Locke to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Locke now on 1st down. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Bravo. Shoot.
Locke now on 1st down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jerry Tillery forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
4 down. Check.
Protein spill.
Under crunch.
Get it.
Locke gonna throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
50 plays.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Come. Go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Throwing now is Locke. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On the ground, it's Harris. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Now.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Haywood.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Check.
Block will try again on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw it is Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this with a
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood